my DIY channel. Come with me to Hobby Lobby today. I'm gonna show you what to pick to create a pretty corsage. Tweety, could you jump off the camera, please? Stop jumping there. I'm sorry for any possible shaking. So come with me to Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna show you what to pick up, not break a bank, and make an adorable corsage for any special occasion. It's going to be neutral, that you could use with any dress, any outfit for any occasion. And most importantly, on the budget, all right? I'll show you step by step. Let's get started.
Head to the aisle with the miniature flower bushels. You won't spend as much and the scale is perfect. Look at these miniature ranunculus. I think they'll be perfect. White with the green in the center. Next, pick some smaller complementing flowers, like the lily of the valley. Oh, so precious. In the next aisle over, you will grab the wristlet with the elastic and a clear box if you are making a wristlet for somebody else. Next, head to the sewing aisle to get the ribbon there. The spools are smaller and less expensive. You don't need that much to make a wristlet or two. Since my customer doesn't know which dress she will wear yet, I picked this iridescent color. It has a little sparkle to it, but it's still neutral. You will also need some floral wire, floral tape, and some hot glue. If you don't have at home some baby's breath, or this one is actually called Dusty Miller, I've got it at Michael's a while ago and I've been using it for so many wrist corsages and boutonnieres. You need a little bit of something like that and some green leaves. I have a jar where I just save all the leftover pieces, so hopefully you have something on hand already too. Otherwise, Hobby Lobby sells greenery as well. First, we are going to try on the wristlet. And I have a small wrist, and this is very loose. I'm making one for a high school girl. She is petite. I know this will be too loose for her, so we have to adjust it. I simply pull out the elastic, add a little bit of hot glue there, and fold it over the metal, and add a little bit more underneath there. And just press it down. Once it dries and cools off, I try it back on, and now it feels nice and snug. Next, we are going to make a bow. It's got to be tiny, so I'm going to measure a 3-inch tail, pinch and hold, measure 4 inches, pinch, fold it over. That's a little 2-inch loop. Hold it in your hand and measure another 4 inches. Fold in half, that's a second loop. And continue repeating the same thing. Make as many loops as you like. I think I wind up making 7. Grab a floral wire and tie it through the center. You can fold over your loops and twist tie the whole bow a few times. We are going to fluff it up and cut off the tail. And then cut off the excess wire in the back, fold it under, and we are going to fluff up this little bow a little more and glue it on top of the wristlet. Very simple loopy bow. We are going to glue the flowers in between. First, we are going to push all the leaves up to the flower heads and then cut them off. And we will use these leaves as well. The flower heads are different sizes, and you want to pick the largest to put in the center of your wristlet. Let's see. Yes, like this one. And then the smaller ones we put on the sides. And we will also use a few lilies of the valleys. These you can just pull right off. And also you want to cut your baby's breath or Dusty Miller, whatever you might have. I cut 5 pieces because I have 5 rhinoculus. And I'm going to match each rhinoculus head with 1 piece of the Dusty Miller, and we are going to tape it together. The floral tape gets sticky as you stretch it. Okay, let me do it one more just so it's nice and strong hold. Simply rip it off when done and trim the end, and repeat with all the remaining flowers. Yeah, this is a nice hold. No need to do it twice actually. Okay, let's put this together. We are going to start with our largest rose. We are going to glue it in the center of the bow. I have a glue pad here on the side, so I just dip the stem in and attach it in the center. And you have to hold it there for a moment. Next, we are going to add a smaller flower over here on the side. Again, let it dry for a moment. And let's add another one on the side. And you simply find the spots in between the ribbon loops. Okay, and now the other side. I want to extend the front a little bit, add a lily of the valley, and maybe one of those leaves would be nice. Something like that, yes, that's cute. Let's dip that leaf in glue, insert it under the ribbon there on the metal holder that's there. And now we are going to glue the lily and the rose somewhere on the side. Oh, so pretty. Okay, press it down and let it dry and cool off. So you can see how we extended that front. I really love that look. Let's slide it on, see how it looks. So pretty, right? And I still have one flower head left over, so I'm looking for a spot where we could use an extra flower. And I think right there will be perfect, actually. Little trim and dip in glue, and let's insert right there on the side. And now we are going to fold over the little metal tabs that are all around that metal holder. We're gonna fold them over the flowers. That's like extra support that will hold the flowers in place. Although the glue that I'm using is a strong Sure Binders glue, you know, this is like extra reinforcement just in case. I am going to insert a couple more lily stems on the opposite ends. One more. I trim it down a little bit, just snip off a couple flowers, just so they don't stick out too much. So now we have one in each direction, right? Like a triangle shape. Now we are going to add the leaves on the sides as well. Just insert them underneath the flowers. And finally, go back with smaller pieces of greenery and fill in any holes that you might see. Also, you want to cover up any mechanics that might be showing, like those metal tabs. So glue a little green leaf on top of it. I love adding all different types of greenery, different shapes and textures, because that really adds interest to your corsage, makes it more interesting too. And if something is too big, you simply trim it. It takes some time and patience to make your own corsage. That's why they cost so much at the floral shop, because you have to pay for the designer's time, of course. Even though the cost of the flowers is not that high, it's time consuming. But if you have time, I hope I inspired you to create your own. Here's the look at the finished result. I hope you like it. Okay, and let me put this on for you so you can see the finished result. And as I mentioned already, my client didn't know which dress she will be wearing, so I think this neutral design will look beautiful with any color dress. Isn't it realistic looking? So pretty. Let's put it in a nice box. Line it with the tissue paper. And it's ready to go. I hope she likes it. Thank you so much for watching, my besties. See you next time. Love you. Bye bye.